Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, Death by Dialogue from 1988. It would be the 31st film in the 50 Drive-In Movie Classics. However, we're watching the version in the Toxie's Blood Bank collection of 10 films because I have a feeling the presentation will be better off that disc. It's directed by Thomas DeWeer and stars Ken Sagos and Laura Albert. And even then, the presentation was pretty shitty. Either the transfer of the film onto disc wasn't great, or the audio was recorded nearly as shittily as a Todd Sheets movie because there is a lot of mumbling. There were only a small amount of pictures in the internet search I did for this film, so don't expect much. And that goes for the film itself. Don't expect much. And even then, you're probably going to be pissed off that you watched the whole thing by the end of it. That is, if you get through the whole thing. I know I did, but it wasn't for a lack of trying, my brain can tell you that. There's a long, boring scene about 45 minutes into the film that is crucial to the plot, but is so terrible that I fell asleep during it not once, not twice, but thrice. And maybe even a fourth time, it's all a bit foggy. All I know is I had to keep rewinding it after I woke up at the scene where the final girl is having a nightmare about her two dead friends having sex. And if that sounds confusing without context, it's not much more coherent with context. Death by Dialogue is about a group of young friends that are staying at one of their rich uncles for the weekend, and they uncover an evil script that keeps writing its own scenes where they die in them. But it turns out the script is actually a manifestation of an evil spirit of a journalist whose ashes came out of a sacred urn that comes from a tribe in Africa. And the last act of the film is them trying to rebottle the genie by getting the script back in the urn to end the torment. What? That didn't make any sense either? Yeah, you're 100% right. This film is bullshit from the beginning to the end, and there's even an absolutely terrible theme song in it that sounds like nails on a chalkboard, which must frustrate star Ken Sagos because his previous film, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, had an absolute banger of a theme song. Look it up. Dream Warriors by Dawkins. You'll thank me later. There is absolutely nothing redemptive about this film, and all of this is not even mentioning the most glaring problem with this movie that I'm not mentioning because I'm a gentleman. But if you've seen this film, you probably know what I'm talking about. I'm giving Death by Dialogue an F- because it is truly terrible. What trash. Tomorrow we go back to the Critters franchise with the film Critters 2: The Main Course. See y'all then.